But let's go into a downgrade that has been given to Ghana's sovereign debt. In fact, as it stands now, Fitch Ratings has downgraded Ghana's long-term local currency issuer default rating to RD. And RD means restrictive default, basically. So it affirmed that the issue rating of local currency bonds issued on the completion date of the domestic debt exchange is at CCC. So we've been downgraded from CC to, from CCC to CC, as subsequently withdrawn the issue ratings on 5 local currency bonds issued prior to the domestic debt exchange. Lerato, yes. Isn't this a worry?
The downgrade?
Yeah.
I think an upgrade is what would have been surprising. I mean, the facts are there. We put out expectations, we put out measures to revive the economy, and all that. There were timelines, estimated timelines to the expectations we put out there. I mean, we got the staff level agreement in good time, but there are lots of measures. It's not a sole decision of Ghana. IMF comes in, and one of the key things that will determine the way forward is our debt sustainability. And if the conversations with the Paris Club is still ongoing, definitely there will be delays. So I would have been surprised at an upgrade.
There would have been an upgrade.
Exactly.
I see.
mean, it's not, I don't think this is anything that we should drag.
Okay.
Yeah, they use all other ratings have been on these.
We've been on a downgrade for quite a while. Yeah.
I mean, the economy, we are not in normal times, Bella.
Well, they say the downgrade
because if you have foreign debts that date back 2 years, you have interest you have to pay, and you have restructuring your domestic debt, and you have to look for forex to go and pay. You have to use CDs to go and pay for expensive FX and pay your debts whilst you negotiate for some concession. Definitely, it will affect your reserves and all that. So these are the parameters then. I don't think there's any first rule about it.
Well, it says the downgrade reflects the missed payments on some local currency denominated bonds that were not tendered or that are held by entities not eligible for participating in the domestic debt exchange. So I guess you agree with Lerato then that it's not surprising that we keep getting downgraded.
Yeah, and other reputable rating agencies have also done the same. I think Moody's will use junk, and Fitch will use a restrictive default. The fact is, in February this year, Fitch also used restrictive default for over our foreign currencies. That is our commercial bonds and loans that we have not been able to service. And this year, and what this month, what we're talking about now, is on our local currencies that we've not been able to pay. And so far, 5 bonds which have matured are still outstanding. They haven't paid. And you know, the exemption by the issuer is entirely different from voluntary exemption. So those that have not accepted the haircut or whatever it is, I mean, they will keep downgrading us. But Bella, the point is that what is happening today, if Ghana were to be a limited liability company, we would have gotten to the receivership level or the administrative level, where Ghana, the company, will be given to an individual to sell our assets and use it to defray our debts. And the remaining maybe try to do something like what we did to Unibank, Heritage Bank, and the rest. We would have been there by now if we were a limited liability company or administrative level where they will take all the current managers away and bring in new managers to manage the economy or the company to a certain extent where the company can get back on its feet. That is where we are as a country. Babella, you know this. How did we get here? We will still ask those questions. We got here because of recklessness. What will $3 billion do to Ghana when in 3 or 4 years we got over 11 billion from the European markets? We got all those monies. We are not talking about loans and what it is, the taxes we did. Only from 2018, we got 3 billion. 2019, 3 billion. 2020, 3 billion. When we were blocked from going into the commercial market or the international market to borrow, that is why we are running to IMF. This government has gotten a lot He couldn't do anything with it. There's a proverb in Akan that if you are getting thousands and you couldn't manage it, what will hundreds do for you? That is where we are. If Ghana were to be a limited company by now, we would have been giving this the company to another manager. Bella, that is why I am asking all those people in the mining areas where they cannot get good water to drink or to bath. I'm calling on all those people that the banking sector affected. I'm calling on all those people who trade in dollars that the cedi depreciation is affecting them. I'm calling on all those people who cannot put 3 square meals, who cannot put them before their family nowadays. I'm calling on all those hairdressers, all those tailors that were so kind, everybody to collectively see the outgoing of this government as a communal labor project. Let's kick out the MPP government completely.
Okay. They say they won't hand over power to you.
Completely.
So
see, when the numbers are so clear, what can you do?
Okay.
So we are calling on all of them to come and help us and get rid of them. Even the MPP, Bella, no MPP person is proud of where this government has taken us. Restrictive defaults.
She said
they are not proud.
Junk, they are not proud.
Okay, final words.
She
so
said,
we can go.
What? What did you say?
Madam,
so I also say that the only bida, yes, we've seen them. So all the people that Mago is calling on, they know what the NDC is capable of doing.
Yes, the IMF is telling you to go back to GDP ratio.
You get
57%.
Please land so we can go. We have to go.
Please, we've done it before. We exited this program, put Ghana where it's supposed to be. We all know what is happening in the world, and for an economy that is import dependent, definitely when your forex starts detecting some of these things come. But we are not going to rush through this just because we want to just solve a problem. We need to solve it fundamentally. And that is what we are doing. We need to go through the nitty-gritties, get it right once and for all, so we don't keep
going back. So you can assure us as MPP that we'll never go to the IMF under you.
Before, and he will do it again.
Can you assure us that we will not go back to the IMF under an MPP government?
Oh, that's like you telling me to play God. But what humanly possible we have to do, the negotiations and the measures we have to put in place. Nobody knew COVID was coming.
Okay.
6 months
we have to go. We have to go. Well, thank you so much. Lerato Musasaka is a member of the NPP communications team, and Margaret Anse, popularly called Mago, well, she is a member of the NDC communications team. Do you have a nickname, Lerato?
Oh no, well, the name I'm known for is Madam.
Madam, okay. Yes. So also popularly called Madam. On that note, we'll be back with some more. This is a big issue. Well, this is TV3 New Day. We'll be back with some more. Keep watching.